So the biggest bull run is about to start, and more than ever, AI is gonna be part of it. What this means is that if you start investing early, you can make life-changing money. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to put all your investments into one single altcoin and hopefully it will 10x or maybe 100x. That is not what we're talking about. This is not any regular advice you will probably see on a lot of YouTube videos. This is something completely different. This is something nobody is talking about. And essentially what this is using AI to start automating the trading and make it work for us. Let's be honest, humans are emotional beings. And if you want to make life-changing money, then you need to start taking rational decisions. And the only way you can approach that is by implementing an AI that will trade based on an algorithm. That way you can make an insane amount of money without lifting a single finger. But here's the thing, this opportunity won't last forever. We are only 35 days from the Bitcoin halving, so you need to start taking action and fast. Now, hear me out. This is how it's gonna work out. First, we're gonna be looking for a profitable crypto coin that has high volatility. Second, we're gonna go over confirmations, making sure that this cryptocurrency is worth it, it is in the right timing, and using a private indicator called the CBA 2.0 indicator, we're gonna verify that it has the volatility and sideways movement that we are about to need using this AI. And third, we're gonna set up this bot. Like I said, this is gonna be an AI trading that will be doing all the heavy lifting for us, but we need to understand that the only thing we need is to set it up in a right way. And for that reason, we need to go over those 3 steps that I just mentioned. That being said, let's go ahead and get it started. Alright guys, so I'm here on my computer right now, and the first thing I want to show you is how this AI actually works. So like I said, we're going to be looking for coins with a lot of sideways movement and volatility. And if we take a look at this coin right here, we can see that it has been trading sideways for about 6 days, and it has generated so far 4.12% in bot profit. All of this will be profit accumulated that the bot has done without me doing anything whatsoever. Like I said, we're only gonna deploy the bot. That is the only work we have to do, and then we let the bot do all the heavy lifting for us. So on this video, I want to show you how you can go over step by step and deploy one of these crypto bots so you can make as much money as humanly possible. And just to show you that this not only works for me, but it works with every member inside my community, we can see here Aaron, for example, that was able to profit close to a 15% in 24 days, then 12% in 12 days, 13% in 11 days, and all of this without lifting a finger. Like I said, the only work you have to do is finding this coin and using the right strategies to set up your bot with the best settings. If we take a look at another example, we have Johannes was able to profit at 577%. Okay? I can get you bored with all of the results we have inside the community, but right now I want to show you how you can take advantage of this for free. So the first thing we're gonna do is click on start new bot, and just to prove you, this is gonna be my live account. We can see them was turned off. So we're gonna click on start new bot, Gridbot, and then we're gonna have the investment amount, the cryptocurrency, and the exchange. Okay, we want to set up this bot with $1,000 in this case. And like I said, the first step is gonna be looking for this profitable crypto coin. So we have a couple of ways on how we can approach this. The one that I recommend you the most and the one that I personally use is TradingView. So I'm gonna go to TradingView here. We're gonna modify the crypto pair screener in a way that is gonna show us coins with as much volatility as possible, but also we're gonna go over a couple of confirmations, because if you remember the second step, it's gonna be go over confirmations. For that, we're gonna use our private indicator, CBA 2.0 indicator, but also I'm gonna show you how you can do it without the indicator. So I'm gonna be looking, first let's go ahead and set this up. So you're gonna go ahead and click on filters, and you wanna make sure that the exchange is the one that you will be using. Code currency is gonna be USDT. The RSI, we're gonna type RSI and we're gonna set it below 53, very important. Then once this is set, we're gonna click on column setup, and by default, you will see that everything is on check. I'll tell you a secret, everything is trash. Okay, maybe not trash, but you know what I mean. So the only thing we need is the volatility mode. That is the only thing we're gonna need. So we're gonna make sure to check that out here. Okay. Now that we have done, we're gonna see that we have a ton of cryptocurrencies, right? We have a lot. All of these are potential cryptocurrencies that we can deploy with our bot to start making anywhere between 0.5 to 1% per day. So now let's go ahead and start looking for a coin. Now, ideally, you need to filter from the highest volatility to the lowest volatility. So let's go ahead and click on this one and let's see how it has been performing. No, I don't have it running. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. We can see that we have already deployed that one and it's making us 0.27% per day. Let's take a look at another one then. BBL. Do we have that one running? No. Now, when you're looking at the cryptocurrency, guys, you have to pay attention to two things. First, you have to make sure there is wicks. Why? Because the wicks will allow the bot, the AI, to make buy and sell orders. That is how this algorithm works. Okay, if we go back to one of the examples, this one, we can see the bot is making buy and sell orders, and the difference between the buy low and the sell, that difference is going to be the profit, and this is the profit is going to be sent towards our crypto wallet. That is how we're going to make an insane amount of money without the worriness, without the feeling of what's going to happen, because we understand that as long as there is volatility, we will be able to make tons of money. Okay, so I really want you to understand this point. There is no need on predicting the price of the market anymore. We are not looking for that. We're not looking for the next cryptocurrency that is going to go 10x, 100x, 1000x. Right? That is not what we're looking, which makes it just so much better. Because just think about it. How likely is that you find something that is going to 10x or 1000x? It's very unlikely compared to something that is going to be moving sideways, right? And as the cryptocurrency moves sideways, the bot is going to make buy and sell orders, and we're going to profit from it. So let's take a look at this one. We can see there is some sideways movement. We can see a strong down, some sideways movement, strong down, strong up, strong down. Now it's starting to move a little bit sideways like this. With the help of the CBA 2.0 indicator, we're going to make sure this is telling us that it's on consolidation. Now, if you don't have the CBA 2.0 indicator, then what you have to do is make sure to draw support and resistance, just like this. That way you can see this cryptocurrency has actually been moving sideways for about 13 days so far. So next step that I'm gonna do is I'll come here to Bitscap, click on start new bot, read bot, BBL, select that one. And in the 1 and the 4 hour time frame, you're gonna study the bot. You're gonna study how it has been behaving. How is it moving sideways? Does it have a strong ups? Does it have strong downs? How is it working? Right? From what I can see is there is a lot of wicks, right? Like I said, we have a wick here, we have wicks here, wicks here, wicks here, here and here. So that is a good sign. It means that this coin does have a lot of sideways movement. Okay. And I'm gonna set this up to, like I said, I'm gonna be setting up with $1,000. I'm gonna click on manual adjustment, and now it's the third step, which is gonna be setting up your bot with the best settings. So to make that happen, we're gonna change the grid levels to 20. The grid levels, what it means, to give you a better idea, essentially is every time the cryptocurrency drops in value just a little bit, in each of these green lines is going to trigger a buy order. And then as it goes up the cryptocurrency just a little bit, it's gonna and hits another of these green lines, is going to trigger a sell order. That is essentially what those grid lines mean. Okay? And the difference between the grid lines, well, that is going to be the grid step percentage or the profit per trade. Okay? So we're going to be setting it up with 20 grid levels and then back testing it just to see how it is behaving, if it is a good coin to deploy it on the first place. Okay, so now to understand the grid range, what that means essentially is the price in percentage that the cryptocurrency is moving between a low and a high price. What does it mean? Well, for example, we can take a look at Bitcoin, and when it's moving sideways, it moves between a grid range between 4%, right? So it stays within this grid range of 3%. Then when it crosses this, it goes up, or when it crosses this, it goes down, right? That is kind of like the scenario. But again, as you have seen, we're gonna profit from this sideways movement. Yes, it does. What it doesn't mean that we cannot profit from this. We can, but the idea really is to profit from this sideways movement, which makes it a no-brainer because it does give us that relief that we don't have to look for something else or for the next cryptocurrency that is going to 10x or 100x. So now to make that happen, I'm going to take this price range tool and I'm going to measure from the top to the bottom. I'm going to get a number. This 42% is going to be my grid range percentage. Okay. So now all I have to do left is click on the a little bit of a market price and throw a 42% grid range. Again, that is going to be the price action in percentage that this cryptocurrency is going to be moving. Okay. Now I'm going to give it a quick back test. We're going to make sure that it's going to start from the 28th of February. So that is going to be about 14 days. Yes, let's see. Okay. Now, you can see that it was out of grid here. So when the bot is not able to make any buy and sell orders because the grid range was set at a specific number, that means that we have to make the grid range a little bit larger. So I'm gonna just move it all the way down to, let's make it 50. And let's give it another quick back test. Let's see if that makes any improvement. 32% in 52 days using sideways movement. That is beautiful. That is exactly what we're looking for. So we understand that we're using a 50% grid range because that is the percentage, that is the price action in percentage that the cryptocurrency is moving down and up. But what about the settings of the bot? Well, here's the thing. We're only going to modify grid levels. And essentially how we're going to approach this is we're going to go from 50 grid levels all the way down to 10 grid levels, from 10 to 10. And with the best back testing percentage, we're going to go ahead and deploy the bot with those settings. Okay. This is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to set this up to 50 grid levels, give it a quick back test, take this number in my mind, or I can actually take this number, copy, and then in a Google Doc, you can say 50 grid levels, 50 equals 25%, then 40, 30, 20, and then 10. We're gonna figure out what is gonna be the best grid level, the best number of grid levels that we're gonna need based on the movement of the cryptocurrency. Okay, now I'm doing it with 40. Copy this number, paste it, and I'll repeat the same process with 30, and then 20, and then 10. So far we can see a relationship between less grid levels, higher profit. So let's finish with 10, and then we will have a solid understanding of what is going to be the best setting for the bot. 29.33. Perfect. So what it seems to be the case on this example is that using between 30 to 20 grid levels seems to be the setting in grid levels that is going to be performing the best for this cryptocurrency. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to backtest a little bit more. So I'm going to backtest in the area between 20 and 30. So I'll select 25, for example, give it another quick back test, and I'll get this number. We're getting a higher number. Let's go ahead and do 28, for example. It doesn't have to be an exact number, guys. You only need to have a better feeling of what is it between those areas of 30 and 20, or whatever your grid range, your grid level winner is. I'm just gonna do one more at 22, back tested, 33. Okay, so seems like in this case 25 grid level seems to be the winner from all of the back testings we have done in different grid levels. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this to 25 grid levels. Before I'm done with everything, I want to make sure trailing up is activated. What this means is when the cryptocurrency starts going up in value and crosses my high price, remember, high and low price, it's really just a combination of your grid range, okay? Grid range being the price in percentage where the cryptocurrency is going to be moving around. But essentially what this means is if the cryptocurrency starts crossing up in value, then the high and the low price will follow along. Okay? Then we have pump protection, trailing down similar as trailing up, but in the opposite direction. And then I will set up the bot with a stop loss because I'm shooting for as much profit as possible, ideally within that 1%. Now I'll set up a take profit. I'll set it up to 20%, click on continue and start the bot, and that's it. Alright guys, so that was all for today's video. I hope it makes sense, but the most important thing is that you got value of it and you can deploy bots and actually start making cash flow every single day. That being said, if you got this far, it means that you are serious about getting results using crypto bots. If that's the case, I strongly recommend you to check the first link in the description, a book call with CBA, and see how we can help you. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and see you on the next one.